What's going on, Facebook family? It is Wednesday, and I'm back for another Wednesday training. I am your host, Kyle Fugit, of course, with PowerPath and STRs and hotels is all we do. Now, today we're going to talk about a little bit more than just like a listing title or a struggling listing. We're going to be kind of talking more about the people who are growing this business and they have goals that are 10K a month, 20K a month, 50K a month, 100K a month. Okay. That's who we're targeting and that's who we're talking to today. Not just launching one listing. We are talking to the people who absolutely want to take this company to the next level, that may want to sell it one day, may want to buy another company, but they want to become the authority in the space. So if you want to take your income to definitely 5 figures a month to possibly 6 figures a month, and we got a couple of people in the group that have goals of 6 figures a month for their management company. And those people and what we have to talk about today are in line. And so I'm not going to name drop or anything like that, but there's one girl in particular in Colorado that's killing it. And she is wanting to double everything she has. So she wants to go to 150. And she's killing it. And if you look at what we're going to talk about today and what she actually does, they're very, 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 very much in line. Okay. Then we just have to deploy the avenues. But what I see is, again, like the branding and everything that we're going to talk about today is also the reason people aren't growing at all, or they're stuck. They're at like 2 units, 3 units, 4 units, and they're stuck. They're not doing anything else. So, but before we really get into that, so we're going to be talking about branding and marketing today, branding STRs and branding more than just the STRs, but branding you, yourself, and your company. So buckle up because this is going to get really fun. But I also want you to kind of reflect to see where you guys are at. But if you're watching this right now and you're joining us live, I would love to, I'd love to see who's here because I can't see who's here. I just can see that there are people here. I would love for you to put your company name, the name of your co-hosting company or your management company, drop it in the chat because I want to see it. And I will use some of the, like, we'll not use them as examples, but like, I just want to kind of see where you're, like, see if your branding actually aligns in your company name, right? Not going to like try to pick anybody out or anything crazy like that. You know, it's nothing but love here, but I want to see where we're at. Okay. I want to see if you guys have already started the branding, depending on who's here. Okay, so I'll give you a second to do that. If you're joining us for the very first time, very, very quick, a little bit about myself. So I'm Kyle Fugit. I come from the electrical engineering background. My wife was a teacher. We started STRs. We started in like long-term rentals, flips, got into some apartments, and now we do short-term rentals and hotels, and that's all we do. So we don't work W-2 jobs anymore. We're here to help you grow and teach you these things, the things that are bottlenecks for everybody in this industry that haven't hit that growth stage yet. Even people who have hit the growth stage, they just can't get to the next level. Like they're at 60, 70, 80 properties and they're wanting to grow past that. And they're just like, I don't know how to keep going. So we work with people like that, as well as people just getting started. That is what we do. We currently manage about 100 doors. We own 3 hotels. And manage about 25, 27 other STRs as well. So just over 100 doors, like 104 or something like that. But we've been in real estate since 2019. And our market is Blue Ridge, New Hampshire. We have a resort in New Hampshire, a resort in Maine, hotel in Tennessee, and then we manage a lot in Blue Ridge, and we got a couple in Alabama. And then we help everybody across the nation and world. Actually, we got some people down in Chile, some Canada, some Canadians. So I would like to say we're international. So anyways, all right. So drop your, see a couple people are added here. So look, what I said was drop your company name in the chat. I want to see where we're at. I want to see what we're doing. I want to see what the brand looks like for you. So drop your company. I'll say it one more time. Drop your company name, your co-hosting company name in the chat. Okay. Do that for me. Appreciate that. Now, as we get started, I want you guys to understand a couple things. we can go get a couple of properties. We could go manage a few properties, a few listings. That's great. Make a few grand a month, whatever. It's not sustainable. It's kind of like having a bad mindset with really good persistence. You'll win a little bit, but it's not sustainable. So I want you to understand that as we build this thing, there's presentation that comes with this. With presentation, there comes thought. With thought, there comes a reputation. Like okay, I'll take Maureen, for instance. Hey, Maureen, how are you? Thank you, by the way. Co-hosting Chili. Maureen and Javier have produced a brand. I think they're at 57 or something like that in Chile. They are like one of the biggest property managers in Chile, actually second biggest property manager in Chile. And they're looking to really go to the next level. Like actually go to the next level, like 100 doors, 150 doors under management, and really take down the entire market. And when people think of them, when they think Airbnbs, they think of them. So I'm going to ask you, in your market, if somebody thinks Airbnb or management or whatever, do they think of you? Are you the authority in the space? And if the answer is no, my question is why? Is it just a lack of posting? Is it a lack of education? Is it a lack of trying? What is it? Is it a lack of exposure? Like, the loudest person doesn't always get the most sales, but the loudest person is very well known. And I'm just going to be like brutally, I seen a quote the other day that the loudest person does not always produce the most sales. And that is totally correct. But if you think about it, like think about Kleenex. Like if you really think about Kleenex for a second, I do not buy Kleenex brand. I buy whatever Costco and them sell and their store brand stuff in the big boxes, all right? Kleenex is not getting that sale, but Kleenex has the brand recognition. Now, there's a lot of people that buy Kleenexes, and that's cool. But if you think about that, and you think about Airbnb, management, short-term rentals, vacation rentals, do they think of you? Do they think of your company name? And if the answer is no, then we need to fix it. No question. All right? Now, if you want to look at branding versus reputation versus marketing, we can market all day. But if somebody sees, let's say we were just talking about running ads on a call rep for this. If let's say somebody sees an ad, I'm like, okay, cool. You're marketing, but then they click on it. This is where the three coming together. You got the reputation, the branding, the marketing. Let's say you're marketing ads. Cool. Somebody clicks on it. They go over to your website. That's your brand. What are they going to see? Is it crap? Is it like a half-assed page put together? But then what if they Google you? Are you going to have what is your reputation? Are you going to have bad reviews? If they called one of your clients, are you treating your clients well? If you take those three things and you put them together, what you're doing is you are creating a world-class management company. World-class. No question. So when we do that, those three kind of come together. You can have the best marketing, the best branding in the world, but your reviews could suck and people aren't going to buy from you. So just like as we go through, I want you to think about that. But as we brand ourselves, we have to have, it's as simple as the logo, the company name. Is it catchy? Does it make sense? Is it attractive to look at? What do your colors look like? So like if we just go into like the branding side of like the very actionable steps of your branding side, and you say, well, I'm going to go create a logo, right? And you go to like freelancer.com. You can create a logo. It's got good colors. You can have like, I think, who was it I talked to last week? He had like 4,000 submissions in 3 days or something crazy. It was insane. I'm not saying you need that, but you could. But he took these submissions on freelancer.com and figured out what he wanted to do. And then he threw up a couple of options in the group. And his company is called UHost. So it aligns with his mission, I guess you could say mission statement, his idea, his goal, his slogan for his company. They all align together, and that's part of your branding. So if you like pick your color, like let's say you're a coastal market, does your logo and your name align with being, and your colors and your fonts, does that align with being a coastal market? Or do you have a freaking mountain Like, does it look like a mountain in your logo? So be really clear. Like, your brand needs to align all the way through. So it needs to all form together so it's easy to remember. It's catchy. It's easy to spot. It's comfortable. It's relatable. So you need to think about that when you start picking your logo and your colors and your fonts and your name. Now, what I will tell people if they're just starting out, right? We're not talking about people just starting out right now. If you're just starting out and you're like, I'm stuck on my name. I've been stuck on it for 2 weeks. Just pick a name. You could do a DBA later, which is doing business as something else later. So you can change it. Not a problem. Now, once you get that figured out, you want to understand why would somebody come to you? Why would somebody use you? Like, what is your story? Are you a mom? Are you a couple together working on this business? Are you a single dad? Are you a single mom? Are you a mom and daughter partnership, husband-daughter partnership? Are you sisters trying to run a company? Not trying, but your sisters running a company. Are you brothers running a company? What are you? Like, what is your, quote unquote, brand story? I guess is the best way to put it. And so when you do the brand story, you also want to kind of put yourself as an expert. Are you the expert in the market? That's what we talked about. Are you helping everybody? Are you out on the forums? Are you calling and offering advice? Are you helping realtors? Are you working with lenders? Are we putting ourselves out there across the board? Like, throw spaghetti at the wall. What sticks? Are we helping everybody that we possibly can? And if the answer is no, then mindset-wise, we might have a problem. But if the answer is no and we're not helping everybody, we're just getting to get. Like, we're never going to grow a company. So we're here to give a lot of information, a lot of feedback, a lot of help, so we can continually receive that on the back end. Like, the more we give out, the more we get in return. No question. Law of the universe, no doubt, period. So when somebody thinks of you and they say, oh, yeah, I know about Kyle. He gives more than he takes. That's a good way to be remembered. If they say, oh, yeah, I know about Kyle, he's kind of a butthole. Like, that's not a good reputation. Like, oh, yeah, I know about Kyle. Like, he is the expert in the STR space. Cool. That's what I want to be remembered as. Like, I'm here to give as much as humanly possible. That is the brand that I'm building. Like, we overly give. Like, we give everything. So if you are in my position in your market for STRs, what do people think about you? And how do you change that? What do you want people to think about you? What do you want people to think of when they think of you? If somebody says, oh man, yeah, like, I got Kyle's number the other day. I was going to call him about that STR, and they're talking to somebody. What is that person they're talking to going to say? Oh, I wouldn't call Kyle. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Or, hey, I would definitely call Kyle. He's like a partnership. It's like running a partnership with him in the STR. He gives all the advice that you need. He gives you recommendations. Like, that is the brand that we're trying to go for. It's not just the logo. It's not just the colors. It's not just this one property that you manage. It is what people see and think of when they think of you and your company. So, if we're going to position ourselves as the expert, that will carry through and flow all the way through. Like, you don't just immediately one day just wake up and say, I'm just going to start helping people today. Like, something that grows with you. And then it becomes so natural that you don't even have to force it anymore. So if we're talking about, like, we're going to become the expert and we're going to help all these people, that will flow through to other sales and other avenues of growth, like realtors, lenders, inspectors, maintenance guys, cleaners, landscaping guys, tree guys. Like, all of that it takes a while to grow that big of a network, but we can do that. We can do it pretty quick. But we want to also align with all these people, right? So when we call somebody to network with a cleaner, we don't want to be like, hey, by the way, I'm growing a coasting business. Help me sign a deal. Like, that's crazy, right? You don't want to come across that way. You want to more so have that conversation of, how can I help you? What are your goals? What can we do to work through the synergy together, and then go from there, right? So you want to kind of carry your personal side, like what you want to do. Like, if you're here to help, like, we're giving a lot of value. So let's just give an example. Like, if you're a dad-daughter pair, We got a couple of those. I'm thinking of one in particular. I was just talking to him. You're a dad-daughter pair, and you own this company together. You manage together. What kind of experience can you bring? What kind of like expertise can you bring to the table to have conversations with owners? And like you bring it to the short-term rental space. Maybe it's like attention to detail, or it's like, hey, I grew up in this area, or I'm an expert in design, or what have you. And you take that personal like story, create your story, and then you carry that into the company. And in the company, we say like, who are we here to serve? Like, what are we delivering? This is all part of the brand. Who are we delivering? Like, what are we delivering? And what are we going for? So we're here to help struggling listings, or we're here to help pet-friendly only properties. We're here to create unforgettable experiences in this market, vacations, whatever. I say whatever like it doesn't mean anything, but you know what I mean. So you take your company like mission, if you will, your company slogan, your company, you take it from personal to company, and then from there, how are we helping the clients? Like, we are delivering the clients, we're helping the clients, we have this product that we deliver over. And that is like the way that we grow, I would say more so organically than anything. If we have that type of effect on one client, they'll be on Facebook, on Instagram, on the forums, just like screaming your name. Kyle's doing this. Yeah, Kyle had a Facebook post, or there was a Facebook post, and Kyle launched this property for this owner, and he put a ton of value into this property, a ton of recommendations. He actually did some heavy lifting on some stuff, and there was a post on Facebook group, and his owner literally said, Kyle's the best. You shouldn't look anywhere else but Kyle. And then this other person, scrolling past these comments, saw it and reached out to Kyle, and that grew another lead. And then another one come by, grew another lead. And then there was another post, and he actually had the confidence that world-class service, that he screenshot it, sent it to his owner and said, hey, would you mind helping me here too? And of course she did. And that's another lead that came in. So I think in 1 weekend, I think it was like 3 or 4 leads through just Facebook posts from his owner working with him. If you deliver a crappy product, you don't have the confidence to ask your client to help grow your own company. Like, you don't have the confidence for that because you don't think you're doing a good job. If you know you're doing a good job and you have delivered this entire brand from personal to business to clients to delivery, like all of that stuff, if you don't have the confidence that you can do that and you've done it already, you're not texting your owner, hey man, can you help me out over here? Hey girl, or ma'am, or whatever, can you help me out over here? You're not going to do that. So we have to remember, like, what we do to affect one person affects many people. It just flows through over and over and over again. So when we talk about the brand, we talk about like who we are, the brand logo and all that stuff. It's just a flow. Like, we start normally with like the company logo and the colors and all that stuff. And if you don't have confidence and you hate your company logo, go get another one. Go design another one. Like, get freelancer or whoever to design another one. Maybe you're at $30,000 a month and you're like, hey, listen, it's time for a rebrand. If that's how you feel, go do it. Get something that you feel good about too. Don't just do it because it's the way it's been for 5 years or whatever. I just don't want to do it again. Get something that you are hyped up about. Get something that you absolutely love to wake up and see on your phone. Put it on a screensaver. Put it on your desktop. Put it on your car. If you don't like looking at it, I swear you're not going to grow your company. Especially not past 10 or past 30 or whatever. Okay. So like, we got to be in line with this stuff. We have to have synergy in all of this stuff. Okay. Because that brand is you. You are assuming that brand. So we're going to talk about some tactical stuff here in a second, but I just want to like stress this piece alone, that if we are growing a brand, we're growing a company, We're growing ourselves. We're growing our income. You're not just going to overnight start making $50,000 a month or overnight make $30,000 a month. It just doesn't happen that way. And if you did, it's a one-time deal. It's a one-off. And you don't have the sustainability to continually grow. I love this side. This is the full business side that I absolutely love talking about. But I want you to understand, once we get to a certain level, it's for scaling. And when you don't scale without a brand, you don't scale without a personal brand. Like, who is that person? Who's the face of that company? It's not Cherokee Rose Homes, it's Allie. It's not Cherokee Rose Homes, it's Kyle. It's not Cherokee Rose Homes, it's Kyle and Allie. Right? Like, just to be clear. Like, same thing here. It's not Power Path. A lot of people don't even know what Power Path is. They just know me. They just know Kyle. Right? So that's the brand that we're building here. Same exact thing that you're doing for your co-hosting company. Don't stop at 10 grand a month. Let's grow this thing, but you have to develop who you are. Sometimes it's a mindset call. Who you are, what we're doing, who we're helping, and where we're going. All right? Now, very tactically, a Facebook post or an Instagram post or an Instagram reel will help reset this entire thing. If you feel like you're just like all over the place and you don't really know, like we're doing okay, but nobody really knows me or whatever, that's okay. This is a perfect time for you to go on an Instagram or on Facebook and say, hey, by the way, this is who I am. Like, you could do it funny with humor, or you could actually just sit the phone, the little teleprompter thing, the app, literally say, ChatGPT or whatever, help me reintroduce myself. That'll give you a great way to start. And you read through it and you say like, oh, I don't like this. I don't like this. And it's literally like, hey, I'm Kyle. This is where I come from. This is what I do now. This is what I love doing. These are my hobbies. This is what we're delivering. This is our expertise. Period. End of story. If you say, hey, I am the number one co-host or number one property manager in, I don't know, Chile. Like, if that's the thing here, like, then be the number one. Javier his goal is to be the number one revenue manager in the entire country. I think maybe the world. I don't know. For his company. Like, his company, that's what his company, he wants his company to, or he wants their company, Marine and Javier, like, that's his thing. He's like, I want to be the number one revenue management company, like, period, end of story. Like, we have the best revenue management for STRs, period. It's not a hiring service that he has. It's not like I can hire him. It is for his company. Period, end of story. Okay? Now, you could go to social media. You could do this. If you have a big CRM, you could do this. You can do in LinkedIn, you could do this. But whatever it is, it may be time to reintroduce yourself. If you see a reel on my Instagram, I actually did this just out of humor. I don't know. I was playing on CapCut. And it's like, allow me to reintroduce myself. And you know those reels where somebody's sitting in the office chair and they spin them and it's like real slow motion all the way through. And it's like, Mark, social media manager. And then it's like, they spin it again. And it's like, Janet, front desk office, or Janet, head of sales, or whatever. And it's just like HR manager and all this stuff. And it's like really slow. Same thing. The comical part is it's you wearing all the hats. That's where you could like kind of bring in some humor if you wanted to. So just remember that. Like, also with your brand, if somebody thinks of Kyle or Marine or Javier or Dennis or Viola, like, if it's like, what do they think of? Do they think of like, oh, he's a hard ass. Oh, he's loving. Oh, he'll give the shirt off his back. Oh, she's amazing. She is a horse girl. Well, that's an inside joke because Marine loves riding horses. So, like, is it one of those? What do they think of when they think of you? Are you like always professional? Are you a little bit of humor? Are you very comforting, like welcoming, open? Like, do they feel like they can come up and talk to you, right? How do you want to be seen? All right. Now, after that, that's a lot of meat of this call, I think. After that is aligning our brand with our clientele. Now, if we have a couple of properties, and let's just say we have 10 properties that we manage, and they're all super high end. how do we come across? Do we come across as a high-end property management company or a high-end co-hosting company? Do we come across as like a high-end logo design? Do we come across as a high-end, do we have high-end conversation? Do we talk more high-end? Or do we just drag our feet to do stuff? Are we prompt? Are we world-class onboarding? Like, what are we doing? And so for when we want to align our brand with our ideal homeowner, it could be, and there's a big brand around my market, and it's strictly around, I think their brand literally is the most pet-friendly vacation rental company in the universe. And it's like every cabin, if the cabin is not pet-friendly, they don't even take it on. And that's how they align their brand. And they run like 50 properties or 60 properties on like 2 mountains, which is super close niche. And it's every time you walk in there, it doesn't matter which property it is, it's dog beds, dog treats, dog toys, dog bowls, leashes, harnesses, the entire thing. Dog manicure sets, extra dog food. Like, it's intense. Excuse me. There's no pet fee. You can bring up to, I think, like 3 or 4 pets. I don't know, something like that. Doesn't matter. I could be pulling that one out of the sky. I think it's maybe they allow a few more pets than normal, so maybe it's 3. Anyways, their brand and their logo literally aligns. Like, when you see it, you think dog. When you see it, you think pet friendly. So if you're doing high-end properties or coastal only properties or lakefront only properties, does your brand and your visual brand align with what your clientele that you're going after? If you're going after like super budget friendly homes, does your logo align with budget friendly homes, or does it align with super high-end marketing, super high-end properties? Or you're going after super high-end properties, but your logo is only for cat friendly stuff. Like, does that make sense? So when you see your stuff, like you see the name, you see the logo, you see the colors, does it align with your ideal clientele, your ICP, ideal clientele profile? Does it align with your ICP? Right? If it doesn't, we need to rehash it out and we need to figure it out. Maybe our clientele needs to change. Maybe we're not signing any of these deals that we think we need to be going to. We're attracting all of these others. So like the brand will attract certain clientele, just like ads will attract a certain clientele, or marketing will attract a certain clientele. Your brand will attract a certain clientele. Okay. Now, when you think about when you think about that for your brand, like, cause we have a couple of things, right? We build all these listings and we have the brand that's attracting certain clientele. What about our listings? So like our brand needs to flow through. Our brand will flow all the way through our listings. Okay. So like we start with like logo, like who we are, logo, colors, market, through the company, right? Then you have the company story. So if you have your personal story, then you have your brand story, you have your logo, I said like logo, colors, name, does it align? And then from there, does it align with like what we're doing as a company, like our mission statement, if you will, or our goal and our vision? And then from there, does it align with what we're serving to the clients? And then from there, like, again, our ICP, like all the way back through, does it align through our listing? So let's say we're going after super high-end homes, $2 million, $3 million, $4 million homes. These properties are doing $150,000 a year plus. If we're going after that, does our listings and our properties and our appearance actually show that? That's a good question. So like, what does that mean? Like, how would you relate that brand all the way through? I'll give you some examples to like really ponder on and think about. And these are gold, absolute gold. From the time somebody like sees the listing, right? You have your we call them like pattern interrupter, scroll stopping presentations for your Airbnb listing. Let's just say Airbnb, right? You're scrolling through Airbnb. It's like the tiles. So you have your hero photo, you have your titles, you have these things that really, like, in the title you can have like asterisks or stars or hyphens, whatever. But your hero photo, like, is it show stopping? And does it have banners on the picture? Is it a 4 square? Is it a single square? Does it have a view? Like, what is it? Is it fire in the fire? Like, what is it exactly that's helping create that picture that just stands out, right? If our company, we want to stand out, then our listings need to stand out. So let's say like you got them to click and they clicked on the listing and then started going through the listing. Does our listing portray how we run our company? That listing would be like super high-end pictures, lifestyle photos most likely. Do we have the amenities shown? Does the picture quality actually align with the brand? I have somebody that called me. I want to say he's got 14 properties now, all super high-end. And he said, hey, listen, I've got this property. He just launched it, actually. I was pretty proud of him. He's got this listing. He said, I might have talked about this last week or week before last. It's a house on like this little bitty peninsula, and there's water, water literally like 5-10 feet off of like in every direction. And he calls me. He's like, I don't really know. Like, we looked at the property. He said, I don't really know if I want to take it on. And I was like, bro, this house is insane. Like, it's not just the house. It's the market, like where it sits. You can't replace, like, this is crazy. He's like, yeah, but like the design doesn't align with what our brand is for our company. And I was like, touche. Like, I got you. If that was me, I'd be like, bro, I'm taking this house. There is not another house like this. But he was like, no, like, they have to do the design. They have to do the work. And if they'll do that, then I will align. I don't need the extra money. Everything we have is very high end. Like, we're growing at a good pace. I don't absolutely need this property. And I was like, okay, I got you. Like, totally get it. But he knows what his brand is. He knows what he's delivering. And he can't deliver his brand if he's picking up the wrong properties or picking up the wrong owner. So I want you to think about that for a second. By the way, they did the design. He launched the property. It is impressive as hell. Like, oh my God. I try not to say cuss words or cuss on these things, keep clean language. But oh my God, this place is impressive. And when I looked at it, I was like, oh, I didn't realize he launched it. I was like, dude, that is insane. Like, impressive. Like, congrats, hands down, no question. So, but I want you to think about that for a second. If you're trying to deliver a high-end brand, not early on, not 0 to 3. I mean, this is for 10, 20, 30 listings, right? You're trying to deliver a brand and you're like, this is how we're going to grow. Everybody wants to do high-end stuff. I get it. Most people want to do high-end stuff. I get it. And there's a lot of high-end properties out there. But if you just look at your brand in any way, super pet friendly, super high-end, budget friendly, multi, hey, I only take 5 bedrooms plus, whatever, then why are we letting the temptation get us to say yes to everything else? So if we're delivering a brand of, maybe it's a brand of super, let's say it's a brand of like, I only work with investors. Let's just say, don't really care what the houses are. I only work with investors for whatever reason. Okay. 3+ properties. I don't like dealing with the regular homeowners because in the past, they've been a pain in my butt in this market, whatever, don't care. Then we start taking on single homeowners because we don't know how to say no. And so like the objective is we're going to work with investors because they put the money in the property. And I know that I can deliver a really good quality product if I work with these investors that have 3+ properties that have the cash to invest. And then I'm looking at this one person that has a 5-bedroom house, but they don't want to touch the product. They don't want to do anything to the house. Why would we say yes to that if we're trying to deliver a high-end product with investors? But we're going back to, hey, I'm just going to pick up this property over because it's 5 bedrooms. I don't care that they won't replace all the furniture. But like, then somebody sees that in your portfolio and then attracts another one, and it attracts another one, and it attracts another one. Pretty soon, you no longer have a purely high-end product that you're delivering. You just have a nice product. So what is it that we're actually delivering? So we have to learn how to say no to some of these things that don't align with our vision and our brand. Okay? And just be clear. Same thing. If you're going purely dog friendly, and you're like, I'm only going to be the most dog friendly company in the universe, or whatever it is that they have, the dog friendliest company, management company, vacation rental company in the universe is what they said. I don't remember the name. I'd pull it up. Excuse me, I'm gonna drink some water. So let's say we're going for completely dog friendly management company. And then somebody says, hey, I've got this killer house with a view. It's 5 bedrooms or whatever, but I don't allow dogs. Does it align with your brand? Like, does it? The answer is no. And you know the answer to that. But then you're just looking at the dollar bills. Same thing. We do the same thing with partnerships. Does the partnership align with our mission? If not, move on. Don't care about the money. Move on. If you guys have the same vision, then do it. Okay? All right. Let's see. If you are landing the client, on all of your deliverables needs to have your brand. So honestly, I'd say like all of your brand needs to be everywhere you go. If it's on a window sticker on your car, your hat, your shirt, your jacket, your notebooks, your pens. You can do business cards. You don't have to. You want to start putting on your phone case. You need to be the brand. Now, all of your stuff after that too is still got your brand on it. So when you do your pitch decks and your slideshows and your proposals, if you're trying to teach realtors, and we'll get into that in a second, trying to teach realtors, your brand needs to go through the entire thing. So if they see you, they don't just see Kyle, they see PowerPath, or they see Cherokee Rose Homes. And because they're going to more so, if they don't see you and they see an ad or something, they're not going to see your face. They're going to see the company logo. So that logo, when they think that company logo, they think you. When they think you, they think that company logo. If they think Airbnb, they think one of these two. So we have to get really clear and understand like what we're delivering here too, is that brand is like, it's like getting a tattoo. Like you might as well get a tattoo of your brand, of whatever logo it is. I'm not saying don't, I'm not saying do, but I'm not saying don't. If you do, please text me a picture of it. I'd love to see it, depending on where you get the tattoo. So we have the brand. The brand will need to go wherever you go. So if it's on any kind of videos that we're doing, if they're walkthrough videos, if they're YouTube videos or something, drone videos. My gosh, guys, I don't know what's going on today. Might need to stand up. That's what we're going to do. We're going to stand up. So if you, I've been sitting down too long today. If you have a brand that we're trying to deliver, we have to remember that that brand is not going anywhere. It's here to stay forever, just like we're here to stay forever. And that brand will not only just flow through that, but I mean, again, it'll be on your car, and it's a way to grow. Like somebody sees you in Home Depot in your market or driving down the interstate or whatever, and you got a big window sticker on your back. It is a great way for lead gen that goes for years and years and years and years. All right. All right. So let's talk about, it kind of goes hand in hand, but like building trust and building the authority. We have to show what we're doing, what we're good at. Like if it is, let's say we got Lee in the group. I'll just use him for an example. So Lee took his first property, and I was looking at his case study the other day. He created a case study because it was super impressive. He took her revenue 107% higher in year one of him managing her property than she did prior with another management company. 107% top line revenue increase. So that's from 50,000 to 103,000, or 103.5 thousand or whatever. So like that's crazy. I mean, I'm just using like arbitrary numbers, right? We can make them like really big or we can make them really small, but at the end of the day, it's 100 whatever, 7%. If we take that case study, it's just like testimonials. That's all that is a testimonial. If we take that testimonial, that case study, and that idea of like, look what I did, right? That's a bad way to say it. But look what we can accomplish together. And you blow it up, right? Like blow it up. As long as we are, of course, doing it with the best intention, we're here to help everybody. That will show your authority in the space, and that will build your trust. So if we're going to do like, you can kind of classify it as like a testimonial, owner success story, a case study. You could turn that into reviews. You could also do this stuff on the back end. Like if we're trying to deliver the best hospitality product, period, it may not be for the owners. It may be for the guests. And the guest reviews is what sells our management company to new homeowners. Like they see the review and they're like, oh my God, they're doing it great. So increasing your reviews on Google My Business, for instance, is a great way to still grow your brand, because now you have all these great reviews coming back through your Google My Business. So when an owner starts searching like, who is Kyle, who is Cherry Rose Homes, who is Allie, they're going to find us on Google, and Google is going to show 60 whatever review. I actually have no idea how many reviews we have. 60 something 5-star reviews. That alone builds the trust. Like people trust us at that point. They're like, this is a real company. He knows what he's doing. Look at these reviews. They're guests and homeowners or clients leaving reviews on here. So, but we don't just let it grow in the back end. We got to show it. When we show it, that builds the authority. Now, another thing you can do on kind of building the authority up, other than success stories, is like becoming part of groups that other people trust. So like the Chamber of Commerce. Chamber of Commerce is a big one. If you're going to join the Chamber of Commerce, we had a lead like 2 months ago call us directly off the Chamber of Commerce. And we pay like $200 a year to be part of the chamber. And they just put our logo there. That's kind of like Triple B, right? Like it's Triple B rated or whatever. It's the exact same thing. It's having the actual reviews and the stature behind you. You're building the authority and the trust in the brand and in the industry, right? Now, if you're going to do that, flex it. Like, again, not as a bad way, but flex it. Hey, I'm part of the chamber. The chamber just pushed something out for me. Post it. Post it on Instagram. Post it on Facebook. Post it on your own Facebook page. Run a freaking ad around it. I do not care. Print out flyers and put them in the restaurants. I don't care. But we have to get good and like start flexing that muscle of like, we are the best. And when we start talking about imposter syndrome, because that'll come in, especially if you're not used to doing this, imposter syndrome is real. But we have to get really good at understanding that we're not here for us. We're here to help other clients. That's it. The more people we help, the more it comes back. The more clients we sign, the more money we make at the end. There's no doubt there. But we're here to help everybody we can. Okay. That might be part of your brand. Should be, in my opinion. All right. Now the question is, once you build the brand, are you consistent? Are you scaling it? Is it dying? Right? You made a couple of posts. You said, hey, here's my new reintro. Here, I'm reintroducing myself. Put a couple flyers out. Got a couple of reviews in. We posted a couple times. But now what? Like, are you done? You shouldn't be. One of the laws of the universe is, what if you're not creating, you're disintegrating. There's no such thing as maintaining. Only for a brief period of time. But if you're not growing and creating, you are disintegrating. So think about that for your brand for a second. If you are not posting every day or every week or being active in your market, you will go away. Homeowners will find other companies to replace you. If I'm not active in building our brand, you will forget about me. I hope you wouldn't, but it would happen. Okay. I don't know who could really forget about me, but you know what I mean? So just kidding, by the way. If you don't know me, that's a joke. And then if you quit growing your brand will go away. right? Like people will remember you, but they're not going to call you. It's kind of like being a realtor. Being a realtor is being in the right place at the right time. You could call somebody every day for 3 years saying, hey, I'm a realtor. Are you ready to sell your home? And you say no. And then a year later, 3 years, every day, 365 days a year, you get a phone call. And then a year later, you are like hanging out and somebody's like, you're thinking about possibly selling your home and you're sitting across the table from another realtor and they're like, hey, let me run some numbers for you. They're going to say, sure. Yeah, I love that. I really think I'm going to sell my home now. So being a realtor is being in the right place at the right time. I don't care what anybody says. But if you quit building your brand, you will go away. So we have to remember that. We can start the brand, we can launch the brand, we can share the brand, we can create the brand, we can grow the brand, we can get clear on the brand, we can deliver the brand, personal brand and company brand. But if we stop scaling the brand, you will go away. And I want to be very clear. It's a shark world out there. I think that's what it says. Dog eat dog world out there. It's like a Shark Tank. Everybody's trying to one up somebody else somewhere. So we have to get good at growing. And I don't want to say maintaining the brand. We can maintain consistency, but we don't talk about maintaining the brand. We talk about growing the brand. Obviously, we don't talk about slowing it down or destroying the brand. We're growing, we're scaling the brand. Okay. All right. So let's talk about some action. We got 5 minutes left. We'll talk about some action just really quickly. Things that you can do right now. So I don't want to say 90-day action plan, but let's come up with some steps for you. I've got some things that you can do right now. Number one, you need to reevaluate where you're at. I want you to reevaluate your brand, your colors, your logo, what your mission statement is. Like, what is it that we're doing? What are we really, really good at? What do we want to do? Now, again, if you're at 0, 1, 2, 3, this really isn't that important for you. Like it is. I don't want to say it's not, but it's not as important as you going to get 7 more deals to get to 10. When we get to 10, then we can have this conversation. Okay. Like just to be very, very clear, you need to work on getting 7 more deals. Yes. Think about brand. Yes. Think about colors. Yes. But don't let that get in the way of you signing 7 more leads. Period. End of story. Get to 10. We'll refocus on the brand. So we build the brand. Okay. So like we have the logo. So we're auditing. I'm sorry. Let me back up. We're auditing the brand now. We're auditing where we're at. This is like action plan, action step number 1. We're auditing where we're at. If I had a marker here, I thought I had a marker right here. Yeah, I have a marker so I can keep track of this too. I don't think you guys can see this. But we're going to audit the brand. And when I say audit, I mean logo, colors. We're also going to see, I told you guys I did away with slides a long time ago. I don't do slides anymore. I might do like an outline and that's about it. Just so I don't forget anything. That's how you get the real me right here. All right. So we're auditing the brand. So logo, colors, mission statement. Like what is it that we're doing? What are we delivering? All right. So we audit. That's number 1, audit. After we audit, does it align? Do we need to refresh? Okay. Does it align with what we're doing? So we're auditing the actual material, the mission statement, and the idea. Like just think about that. Then if we need a refresh or a reintroduce, then that's what we're doing. One of those two is going to happen. You're either going to do a refresh or a reintroduce. When I say refresh, I mean, hey, it's going back to the drawing board. We're going to look at these colors. We're going to redo the brand. We're going to do the logo. We're going to do all this stuff and the colors. That's the refresh part. But then we're going to reintroduce ourselves. And that could be like social media posting. That's going to be the best, in my opinion. Social media posting. So social media posting would be like, hey, literally like, hey, I'm Kyle Fugit. Let me reintroduce myself. This is who I am. This is what we do. I'm a co-host in Blue Ridge, Georgia. This is all I do. We only do luxury homes or we only do pet-friendly homes. Whatever. Like, I don't care. Don't even edit it. Just push it out. People want to see it. I think Sean did one in a car one time. and he had like 4,500 views or something. And I was like, and it was just like crappy video, but he was so relatable in the video. People loved it. There was, I don't know, 100 shares. And I was like, bro, what did you do? Like, I can understand, like, riding around naked in a car or something. People like, oh my God, look at this going viral. But like, it was just about managing like properties, like what he was doing. It was insane. Absolutely insane. Okay. So refresh, reintroduce. I'm not going to say 2 and 3. I'm just going to say number 2. So first we're auditing the brand, the material side. Then we're going to refresh and reintroduce. And after we do that, I want you to look it back and see if there's anything that we can improve on for case studies, right? So like we reintroduced ourselves. Now we have to like put the proof in the pudding. So we're going to do like case studies. I just want you to pull one property, one client. It could be a case study for their property. It could be a testimonial. Don't care. We're going to use one of those, and we're going to use those to share. If you have a bunch of them, great. We're going to use those to share, right? So let me see if I'm missing anything, actually. So I just want to make sure I didn't skip anything. Okay. So audit the brand, we're refreshing and reintroducing, and then we're going to go after the case study. So we're going to build the authority side and the trust. So we're going to do case studies, at least one case study or testimonial. Then we want reviews. So 3 and 4, case studies, testimonial, and reviews. And number 5, we're just going to go for trust. So that's where we're going to start networking and trying to help everybody else. Like you could do this in a bunch of different ways. Trust would be more like getting part of the chamber and working with and like connecting with realtors. Just a simple, hey, this is what we're doing. This is where we're going. What can I do to help you? That's it. So audit the brand, make sure it aligns, logo, colors, mission statement. Refresh and reintroduce. That's just a social media post. Like identify if we need to reset. If we do, then go back to number 1. Create the colors and all that. We're going to reintroduce ourselves. We're going to find a case study or a testimonial. We're going to try to get some more reviews. And then we're going to build some trust. And so like go to the chamber, sign up with the chamber. It's super easy. Call a realtor. This is what we do. This is where we're going. What can I do to help you? That's it. It's very basic 5-step action plan. Go for it. Okay. Now, if you got any questions, please drop them in the chat. We are a minute over on time. If you guys need anything, I will monitor this chat after a while. If you need anything, you have any questions for me, please let me know. I appreciate everybody here. If you guys really want to take growth to the next level, book a call. I'll throw it in the chat on how to book a call. Book a call. I will talk to you later. Actually, you know what? Don't even book a call. Just DM me. Just send me a DM. I'll make it even easier than that. Just put yes in the comment section. That's even better. Just put yes, like scaling yes in the comments, and I'll send you a message and we'll figure out where you're at. That's it. Super easy. I'll make it super easy for you. You don't have to go find me or anything. Comment yes, and I'll send you a DM. For that, I leave you. I will talk to y'all later. I hope you have a great rest of your week, and go crush it.